So you were telling me beforehand, though, that you've had a number of
Close calls.
Mauled, what have you. So what's one of those incidents where you came that close, that you actually came into contact with an animal like that?
Oh man, that's a long list. Yeah, look, I mean, this year I was darting lions in Zimbabwe, back in my home country, doing genetic work, and we were specifically tracking one of the biggest lions that anyone in the country had ever seen, and the idea was to pull some genetic material from him to see if he had any remnant Cape lion DNA. Cape lion is an extinct species that were much larger than southern African lions. Anyway, we tracked this lion for about a week, got up on top of him, and I took the tranquilizer gun, which is, for anybody that doesn't know, tranquilizer gun's like a paintball gun, right? It's a CO2 powered small little like rifle that can only shoot a dart about 30 yards. And this is a very smart, very old lion. So after chasing him around with the safari vehicle, way off road for a long time and realizing that wasn't going to work, I grabbed the gun and said, let me take care of it. Now, I started to walk him down on foot, by myself, because I couldn't have my crew with me because I had to get close enough. And I lost sight of him. And I realized the situation I was in because I'd seen him and I'd lost sight of him. And he popped up about 25 feet away from me. And that part wasn't scary because I knew what I had to do. I had to put him down with the tranquilizer dart, right? So I shot him with the tranq. Well, this was the right amount of serum for a normal-sized African lion. Not this guy. And so I shot him. He kind of, he got up and said, what the hell is going on? Came right at me. But fortunately, it was enough serum to make him kind of drunk. So I hit the deck flat on the ground, and this drunken lion came and wobbled up, roaring and growling, but I was in full camouflage head to toe, and I hit the deck, dropped the gun, and just didn't move. And he stopped about 15, 20 feet away from me and just kind of lazily lay down, drunk with tranquilizer, and then we were in a standstill. I couldn't move. So he started to put his head down, finally. Then I had to go run back to the truck, come back, and put more tranq in him, and the same thing happened again. He popped up one more time when we shot him, but that time he was drunk enough that he really went out. So and that's just one. I mean, the scars from a shark bite earlier this year, and the list goes on. But
yeah.
The lion was fun.
Just to go back, what's the name of the lion that's extinct that you're looking for? Top lion?
The Cape lion.
Cape lion, okay. So there's a lot of drugs involved. It feels like a film noir.
Oh. I'd been to the local pharmacist, like I do. It was a Thursday night. I thought I'd go in and get some lion tranquilizer. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Dick.
Seen Harry?
Around. When are you gonna shape up, get a real job?
You want me to ship up? I haven't been on a ship since I got out of the Navy. If you want me to shape up, I'll go put on my ex-wife's girdle.
It's been a while since we were in the service together. You're constantly chasing down the next lead. You could settle down, get a wife, have a nice life.
I've got my sights set on bigger game. You remember her. She used to sing down at the Velt Club.
Oh.
The Cape Lion. That's what they called her anyway. I'm sure she had another name. I want to see just what she's like when she's passed out.
You again? Well, this is a nice, respectable nightclub, so I don't want any brawls like we had last time. She's about to perform. Get in here.
Thank you. I'm a nice, respectable guy. I wouldn't make any kind of trouble in a nice, respectable club. That wouldn't be nice or respectable.
I love you, Cape Lion.
Thank you.
Wait, back up, back up.
There she was, up on stage. I could tell by her tawny fur that this was no ordinary lion. She knew how to groom herself. I grabbed a seat. At a table for two that was vacated. Except for the chair.
I'm a real old lion. This is my den.
She really purrs, doesn't she?
Listen, sister. What would it take for me to get a tranquilizer gun at this table?
I'll see what I can do.
I love this place.
I am the very best. I'm old and I'm bigger than the rest. You're gonna need a lot to put me down.
Hakuna Matata.
What are you? You looking at me? You think you got me? Well, watch this. Hold this. Ah, I'm here! I'm right here right now!
It all went into slow motion at that moment. The lion opened her jaws and then closed them again. Then she got up on the chair and began to do a drunken dance. I thought she was going to pounce, and then I realized she was hammered. Splato Patooski.
Brian!
But she was still active. I knew the only thing for me to do was play possum with this lion. Luckily, my suit was the same color as the floor. I camouflaged myself as best I could and tried to look like a beer stain.
Where did he go? Hey, where did that guy go? Anybody see him? I got another injection right here.
Hey, Capey, you gotta lay off that stuff, man. All right. Do what you want.
That was when she passed out. I knew this was my opportunity. But I just couldn't do it. She was too beautiful. I didn't want whatever precious thing was in her to suddenly be stuck in a laboratory and replicated. This was something that wasn't meant to be copied or cloned, but was meant to roam free. At least until the end of the second set.